The ANC is briefing the media on the status of its branches ahead of the party's elective conference in December. Let's join that now with our reporter Pelane Phakgadi, who is there monitoring the process. Pelane, a very good morning to you. What's happening there as we speak?
Well, nothing as much at this current moment because now we just have been delayed. We do understand that the African National Congress will then be briefing the media about the progress made in the branch general meetings that are currently being held across the country. You do know that the nomination process is currently underway, so the branches of the African National Congress are currently nominating their preferred candidates as far as the executive of the ANC is concerned towards the 55th National Conference. You do know that the provinces and as well as the regions have been sitting and have made their preferred candidates known on who they are, like recently as KwaZulu-Natal saying that they would prefer to back Dr. Zweli Mkhize, the former health minister, to become their preferred president for the ANC. But you would know that the ANC has been saying that it prides itself with the fact that it is a party that looks to have its elections solely on 90% of its branches being present at the conference. So therefore, it will still be a conference of the branches. Only branches will then have the deciding factor on who becomes the next leader of the ANC, and not the PECs themselves. They will rather have voting statuses, but their preferred candidature and those who are the ones that they want to forward will not only be bearing. But I think it is important to note that it is once the PECs have decided, they then go back to their branches and to further try and persuade them to vote in favor of the decisions that they would have taken at a higher structure. So yes, very much interesting developments that have been happening. So we'll be waiting to hear from the ANC in itself as to the status of the branch general meetings. Is the nomination process going ahead? And of course, is everything still on track at least towards the 16th of December, when we do expect that the 55th National Conference of the ANC will be beginning, and they'll also touch base on the issue around the, let's say, campaign that the president will be leading in the Northern Cape this coming weekend, and their plans thereof, and of course their foot trail, where they're going to be beginning, and of course what exactly is taking them to the Northern Cape.
Pelane, as we went through the varying provincial conferences, we saw branch matters coming to the forefront, in fact, delaying a lot of the elective conferences, and that speaks to the importance of ensuring some sort of coherence and understanding within the branches.
Well, making sure that not only the branch members themselves understand the processes of the ANC, but as well as to ensure that if there are any kind of grievances that could be lodged, then the ANC would have enough time to deal with them at this very moment. Because you do know that beyond the nomination process, there has to be those dispute resolution processes that comes in as to who becomes the representative of a branch going forward to the 55th National Conference, and what exactly where they're going to be taking to the conference. You do know that some branches have even parallel structures where there's an issue around two branch secretaries or even two individuals having challenges about who exactly are they going to be choosing towards the conference in itself. So different opinions having to clash, but of course only one will then have to prevail after the dispute resolution committee has then made sure that it has gone through all the processes and of course made a finding, and that particular finding will then be binding to those branches. So the process now on the branches themselves is continuing, and that is exactly what the ANC is going to be briefing us about.
Very well. Let's leave it there for now. Pelane Phakgadi giving us the latest on some of the expectations ahead of the ANC's media briefing.